CTR Media Network is a new standard of podcasting and media that live streams 30 plus podcasters. We reach 350 million global listeners worldwide in over 50 countries across all major podcasting and social media platforms and have featured over 1,000 guests. If you would like to be a part of CTR Media Network, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. Next on the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast, we have our special featured guest, Brittany D. She is the creator and founder of Creator Life, and she has the resources to grow your business online and monetize it. Make sure to tune in this Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. EST. It's time for you to come share, shine, and grow on the Tina Ramsay Show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast. Today, we have one of our most amazing guests. We have Dr. Fashion in the building, and you know that the Tina Ramsay Show is all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having upbuilding conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. We introduce you to some of the most amazing people, standout entrepreneurs that are truly making a positive impact in the world. And Dr. Fashion is one of them. I'm so absolutely excited to have her in the building because her accomplishments speaks for themselves. She is the CEO and founder of Creator Life. That's L-Y-F-E, Life. And she also has over 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and she has the expertise of helping creators and entrepreneurs get their brands out in the proper way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Dr. Fashion in the building. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, now this is my pleasure to have you here because your knowledge and expertise stand bar none. Okay, because I have been looking and watching what you're doing, and I'm like, this girl knows what she's doing. She has to come on the Tina Ramsay Show. So, what made you decide to start the Creator Life brand?
Yeah, I started the company in my bedroom. Because I've been creating content for so long, I knew that I had the knowledge, and it wasn't until I was teaching classes at YouTube facility that I realized that I could turn this idea into something bigger. So it started off in my bedroom, but then it expanded, and then you guys know, like, we have the content homes and stuff like that in our creator, our academy. So it just really been me just putting all my knowledge together and just providing the resources for people who want to learn how to monetize, learn financial literacy, and all the great things that are happening in the creator economy.
I absolutely love how you said creator economy because that's exactly what it is. It's like a whole world.
Yeah.
And so many people are not tapping into this amazing resource. And that's why I wanted you here today because you're an expert in this particular niche industry, in my personal opinion, because you have been able to take something that all of us do for the most part, some way, shape, or form, and you have figured out a way to monetize it. And I love your name, Dr. Fashion, but does Dr. Fashion have any special meaning?
It does. And it's very special to me. I went through the process of even trademarking it. So, like, with the name, I kind of meshed two things that I'm super passionate about, which is fashion and medicine. I'm currently in school to become a physician. And so I initially started off my brand by just doing fashion DIYs. And then as time progressed, I started getting into the STEM field. So I'm currently in school as a biochemistry major and a pre-med student. And then a few years from now, you guys will see me in a white coat. So I mesh my two passions together, and I teach a little bit of everything when it comes to social media. So there is the marketing side, but there's the DIY and the crafting side. And so I'm still integrating the medicine and science into the crafty DIYs because we are using chemicals, and I want to educate people on what we're using so that they do not get sick.
I love that because I know personally for me, I have went through some health issues in the past, and many people look at me and say, well, you don't look like it. Well, yes, I
Right.
had a stroke at 26 years old. And so, and I had it not because I wasn't doing diet, food, and exercise, because that's what I did. That's why I didn't understand it. But it was a lot of the chemicals and the interaction of all the chemicals that actually trigger a lot of my problems. So once I understood how chemicals with medication work,
Yeah.
so, not as much as you would know, but enough to get me in the right place. And also products and stuff that we use, it actually helps shift my life, my health around a whole 360. So I'm so glad that you're going to be doing that, because as the consumer, we need to have enough information so that we can make an educated decision about what we're going to do with our
Exactly.
bodies. And so I'm so happy that you're meshing your two passions. I always tell people, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, do something that you absolutely love.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be easy. So do something that you absolutely love. And so you're able to take your love for fashion and also medicine and mash it together. And then the smart girl, she went and trademarked it to make sure that is that's yours. So thinking about when I saw what you was doing and creating a space for creators, you do so much in educating, because I actually heard you first on the Wisdom app.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, you guys make sure to follow her and tap on into all the places that she at so you can learn some stuff.
Yes.
You decided to create a space for creators. So what made you decide to do that?
Yeah, it initially started at my grandparents' house. We had, their home, and I used that as my creative space, but then I will invite other creators to come and utilize the place as well. But you also want to be respectful of a house that ain't yours, right? So I was just like, I need my own place, but I didn't have the money, but I knew how to monetize. And so I was like, it was something that really clicked that said, you know what? We need to stop moving and doing this as a hobby, but transition into an actual business. And so when you understand that your business, then you start moving a different way. You're waking up at a certain time. You have your content calendar together. Like, it's different. It's really different. It's really hard if you are solo dolo. There's nobody telling you to get up because you got to clock in and clock out. It's all on you at this point. And so when I made that transition and changed my mindset of how I was doing things, I started to see more income. Then I was able to save enough money to actually get my first house, and that turned that into the official content home for people. And so I was really thinking about other creators like me who don't have the money and don't have the space. Once again, I started off in my bedroom. I didn't even have enough room to do the electric slide. It was very small. It was small.
We love doing this slide.
I was like, I told my mom, I was like, I get out of here. I can't even do the electric slide. I was like, I got to do something. And so I was like, what is it that creators need? They need the space and they need the community, because it's one thing to have the space, but when you're surrounded by like-minded people that can pour into you, it gets you so motivated to like keep going, and you guys can bounce ideas off of each other. Another thing that I thought when I created the space was like access to funding, right? When I started the business, I didn't have the funds to get a lot of stuff that I have now. I was on the county, I had EBT card and the whole nine. And so we provide all the tools that you need. So if you don't have a camera, lights, backdrops, gimbal, whatever, we have all of that for you when you utilize our place.
Wow, now that's powerful, because having a husband that is a photographer and videographer, I know how much the smallest little piece of equipment costs. And then you just can't get a camera. You got to buy lenses, and you have to have multiple ones, and you have to have separate lighting and all this other stuff. And it all incur a big fee. So the fact that you thought about your current situation, and then you saw how you built yourself out of it. But then I love it when someone actually think about a situation, they propel themselves and they get to where they want to be. But then it's a special type of person that bring it back and think about how you can help someone else, so
Yeah.
they won't have to have the same struggles or challenges that you have. Multi-Fairy Studio said, love it. Yes, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
So with the content creator, I saw a little bit of your home, the
Yeah.
content creator space is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And seeing some of the people that content creators actually creating in the space, it's almost when I look at it, I kind of think of reality TV before it got like how it is now.
Yes.
The good part where they were just showing people life and not the drama part of it. And, so I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yes.
The good old early 2000s, late 90s when things was kind of okay,
Exactly.
And so I love the space. I love the backdrops that you have. And I love the fact that you're making it super easy for them to be able to create, because a lot of these things that we do as content creators, we can't stand to have too many things that we need to do. We need to focus, and you allow them to be able to focus and not have to think about the other stuff, the cameras, the microphone, the lighting, and it's a safe place to go and create. So wonderful, wonderful idea. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what made you think about, hey, I'm creating this content. And what made you get into your head about monetization? Because many people, we create, we speak, we share knowledge, but we don't actually think that we can monetize, especially if you don't have a enormous following. So what made you say, Dr. Fashion say, wait a minute, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to monetize this. So after we take this commercial break, we're going to talk a little bit about monetization. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to the Homeschooling Magazine, a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today by going to issues.com for digital and printed form on amazon.com. The Homeschooling Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy today.
If you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you're looking for a way to share your mission, your purpose, your products and services literally with the world faster, safer, and easier, making your brand accessible to millions from the comfort of your home, I want to encourage you to join our CTR Media Network's Learn How to Start a Podcast and Monetize It class. Why? This class was designed for entrepreneurs like yourself as a resource to provide 3 keys. Key 1, provide you with the knowledge to start a podcast. Key 2, provide you with the knowledge to successfully launch your podcast. Key 3, provide you with the knowledge to understand how you can monetize your podcast, creating multiple streams of income. We want you to impact the world with good, while you build multiple streams of income and opportunities for yourself. The world is never too saturated for you and your message. Utilize podcasting as a tool to help you impact the world with good. Go to www.ctrmedianetwork.com and join our class today.
And just like that, we are back and we're talking monetization with our expert in the building, Dr. Fashion. All right, welcome back to the show.
Yes.
Let's talk about this monetization because I know this is on the minds and hearts of many, especially with everything that's going on with the economy. So anything that could help or give them to make them start thinking differently. So with that being said, what made Dr. Fashion decide that you was going to take your content to the next level and start actually helping it work for you?
Right. So it started off on MySpace. So that lets you know how long I've been doing this.
I remember.
There was no Facebook back then. That's a long time. But I used MySpace as a way to make money, but it was very little money, but it was enough for me because I was still in high school, So I would put out content and that's how I was like getting booked for gigs. And then I got my first celebrity client, which was Kel Mitchell from the show Nickelodeon, or you guys may know him from Good Burger, right? Yeah. So I used to be up like a senior in high school, just emailing all these celebrities the same pitch. And then I embedded my YouTube videos inside of that that message to them, he was the first to reply, and we ended up working together. And so that's kind of like the first platform. But then there was YouTube, because YouTube had opened up their monetization program, and I had got an invite. You had to get invited, and the rules were different back then. And so I was like, oh, we can make money. But even then, I still didn't understand how, because for what I was seeing was there was a lot of creators that had large following, and they were making great amount of money. So I figured, oh, if I get to 1 million followers, I can make $1 million too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized later on that that's not true, right? Your following count and your views does not determine your net worth. And so once again, as I kind of started deep diving into social media, I learned all the different ways to monetize without relying on a platform to pay me out.
You said a key point. Not relying on the platform to pay you out. And that's something that I had to figure out, because for YouTube, all these different platforms, Facebook, you can monetize, but you have to reach their eligibility. And
Right.
some things you do have to get invited to this day. Like Facebook actually have Facebook stars where they have to invite you to enable that feature. And I don't know the exact parameters, but I know I have it now, where your fans or your supporters can actually support you by buying stars. But that's not open to everyone.
Right.
And so when you mention that, you start thinking of ideas that you can utilize a free platform, but then figure out a way that until you reach that eligibility, you will already have created an optimal situation for yourself where you're monetizing.
Yes.
So is there any like type of things that you can say that's not in your course that you start doing first?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really big on sharing. And so during the time when I was building up my following, I was still pretty broke, and I still had like my EBT card and stuff. And one thing I tell people is comfort keeps you stagnant. And so when I did get my EBT card to kind of pay for things that I needed, I was like, well, I don't want to stay here, right? I want to be able to take care of myself and not rely on the county to like give me an X amount of dollars to get groceries. And so I was just like, I remember having a conversation with my parents, and they were just like, whatever you need, we'll give it to you. But when you're 25 plus years old, you don't want to be asking your parents for money. You know, you kind of want to get it out on your own. And so I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But inside, I was really struggling because I felt that I was so talented, but I didn't know the proper ways to monetize where I could take care of myself. And it made me depressed. And so it wasn't until I got a little money and I bought a whiteboard, which is actually next to me right now. And I said, well, we got to figure something out. So in the whiteboard, I put in the middle YouTube, right? That's the platform I wanted to focus on. And I said, how do millionaires make money? It's because they have more than one stream of income. And that was my issue. I only had one stream, and it was coming from YouTube, and it was so up and down at the time. And so I started plotting out all these ideas. How can I make money outside of YouTube? Affiliate marketing, digital products, courses, merch. I started listing out all the things that I can do. And then I would put the videos on YouTube and funnel people to the other things I was doing. So not only was I making money from the videos itself, but also externally from outside of the platform. Now, as of today, YouTube has all these different monetization tools that they did not have back then when I was struggling. Now there's so many ways to make money directly on YouTube, but back then it was just me building out the business. And so there's a lot of other things I do, like product placements. So I do brand deals. Like sometimes I'll wear lipstick. Like right now, this is actually sponsored. I didn't necessarily have to say the name, but you saw it, right?
Oh,
This
yes.
will pay you to do this. We'll pay you for this. And so that's how I'm making money as well.
Great, great, great. All of those. You guys make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and make sure to follow our amazing guest, which is Dr. Fashion. She's now explained to us different ways that you can consider if you are on the path of monetization. And if you're not, then you need to be on that path. You need to switch what path you on. You need to get on it, because this is a way that in the midst of how the income and the economy is going, this can at least be something that's viable to help you put food on the table, pay your utility bill, pay your mortgage, offset bills, different things. And so I appreciate your being so honest about how you was before and how you had to be on EBT. I mean, I haven't had to be on EBT before, so it ain't no shame in my game. I came from the projects, okay? So it takes us growing and learning, and I just love to hear ones like yourself where you explain your journey and how you progress, and also the mindset that you had to have, because here you are, a young 20+ year old young lady, and your parents is willing to help you, but you're like, I want to do it myself. I want to
Yeah.
do it myself. I respect that.
Yeah.
However, it's something that I saw, and I'm not gonna cry because sometimes I can be a little water box. I saw something on Instagram that you was able to do for your parents. Um, uh, you was able to buy your parents a home. So how did that feel for you, knowing you started with MySpace, you went all the way through all the different platforms, figuring out how you're going to make the platform work for you. And now YouTube have all these monetization things now, but you utilize the other way first. So it's just adding on. Then you realize you did the whiteboard and you put YouTube, because you say, I'm going to focus on YouTube. And you realize that millionaires have multiple streams of income. So how can you take this free platform and create multiple streams or multiple opportunities for yourself through using the platform to do videos, which is genius. But then now taking it full circle.
Yeah.
Dot the Fashion, now creating, have a home for content creators, providing that access, and then to take it all the way full circle to be able to purchase a home for your parents. I mean, what was going through your mind? How did you feel when that happened? I know I got choked up when I watched the little clip. I couldn't even watch the whole clip because I was like, I got to do this interview. I can't be getting all choked up. So how did that make you feel?
It was a really good feeling because they know my struggle and me trying to do things on my own, even though once again they were willing to help. But remember, I'm not the only child. I have other little siblings, and then when you're the oldest, you kind of just want to be an example of whatever you put your mind to is doable. But one thing that I taught myself over the years, besides making money from the platform, is understanding how to make your money work for you and you not work for it. Because I want to be, 60+ years old on an island somewhere and not have to worry about creating content to pay my bills or to live my livelihood of like having a roof over my head and being able to travel. And so I started teaching myself financial literacy, building business credit, building my own personal credit, even investing in stocks and stuff like that. And so once I started doing that, once again, more money was starting to come in. And I was just like, let me do something for my parents. So my mom, I told her, if you had 30 or 60 days to live, where would you go for your first trip or your last trip or whatever? And she said, Hawaii. She chose Hawaii. She's been saying that for the last 10+ years. I was like, well, we got to make it happen. So that was a gift to her. And that was through what I made from content creation. And then the next have been investing in real estate. Right? What is one of the biggest burden for people in the world? Is housing. So many homeless people that they don't have a roof over their head. So I started investing in real estate, and not just in the States, but also in other countries like Nigeria, because that's where my dad is from. So we're actually building a content home out there. So I'm going to be filming that journey, and I'll be able to share that with you all.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it, you guys. For those of you who are just tuning in right now, this is Dr. Fashion. She was able to put her passion for traditional medicine and also her love for fashion together. And she created, and she is the founder of creatorlife.com. That's LYFE. Make sure to check that out. And she is teaching us mindset development, because that's what I'm hearing here. She had to make a shift in the way that she thought about money, the way that she handled money, so that she could prepare herself into the lifestyle that she knows she deserved. That's at the end of the day, this is what this is about. You saw something and you was like, wait a minute, I got myself this far, but now in order to get to where I want to be, that 60-year-old on that island, not worrying about something, anything, housing or anything, I have to make my money work for you. Okay. Yep. And so I think that statement alone is so powerful, because usually our money is working us.
That part.
It's
Yeah.
working us. And so the fact that you was able to give yourself that financial literacy, that was actually help your life go that full circle. And it's not even full circle yet because that's just a part, that's just halfway around the circle. But you was able to do something for your mom and be able to take a that's just wonderful. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that because you've been able to do quite a bit. And to most, you only been on this earth a couple, not that many years. I mean, I know we talk about MySpace and how that feels like a relic, but that's really not too long ago. But you've been able to do things that some people have not even been able to do their whole life. And so I want to talk a little bit about what gives you that drive and that tenacity to keep trying and keep not afraid to do something different and reach out for your dreams because everyone don't have that skill. Everyone don't have that skill. So after we have this small break from our sponsor, I'll come back and then we're going to talk about that a little bit more. All right, everyone, let's talk about our amazing CTR Media Network sponsor. This is the amazing Terry Coleman. She is our sponsor and she is the CEO and founder of Global Key Capital, which is a leader specializing in customizing your financial and financing solutions. They pride themselves in being one of the industry's most reliable and proven lending groups. If you want to get the keys to your new home, your investment property, or whatever the case may be to make your dreams come true, give globalkeycapital.com a call. That is globalkeycapital.com and tell them CTR Media Network sent you. Go ahead and check them out. She can help you get that deal to get those keys. On that note, you guys, we have the amazing, yes, the amazing Dr. Fashion. But what we're going to do, we're going to take another small commercial break and we'll be back to talk about what propelled her to be able to have this different mindset. We'll be back in a moment.
Yo, right now I want to give a huge shout out to Tina Ramsay and the Tina Ramsay Show. I was a guest on her show about 3 months ago, and the response was outstanding. And she continued to support my brand, continued to support everything that I do as an actor, as a singer, and as an author. My book sales have skyrocketed since I did her show, so I just want to give a shout out and a huge thank you to Tina Ramsay. And remember to hit Amazon and type in "this week" and get the book by Mac Wells that will inspire you, that will encourage you to have the best weeks of your life. Tina Ramsay, you the truth.
And just like that, we are back and we're currently booking guests right now. So if you would like to be a featured guest on the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast, just click the link in the description. We made it super easy for you to connect with us so that we can feature you on our show because it's time for you to come share, shine, and grow on the Tina Ramsay Show. And so right now, we have Dr. Fashion in the building. Before we took our commercial break and share with you one of our sponsors, we were talking about her mindset, what made her decide to do it differently, because that's not something that you're born with, something that you have to learn how to do. So let's bring her back into the building. Welcome back. And let's talk about your mindset, because literally that's something that I had to learn. And it wasn't something that I learned early. It's something I learned later on in life, how important changing your mindset is. So what made you decide that you wanted to do all of these things and you want to do them differently? So what started all of that?
Yeah, I think it was more so just me being very transparent with myself as to what my whys were. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I, why do I want to put out content on social media? And so I was also clear on what my goals were. And so I always tell people, like, what are your whys, right? Because I believe the ones that really enjoy what they do last a long time. When people are just doing it solely for the income, they burn out really quick. So if I was, let's say if we took the money aspect out of what I do, would I still do it? That's what I asked myself. And the answer was yes. If I wasn't getting paid to put out videos on YouTube, I will still do it because I enjoy creating content. And so when I think of my 3 whys, it's legacy, because I understand the power of content. It's an asset. The moment you put it out on the internet, You could delete it. It's still there somewhere. Trust me, right? And it could live on longer than you. And then also the impact. It wasn't until I posted a video and somebody left a comment and he said, "Thank you for this DIY because my house just got burnt down 2 weeks ago. And me and my sister did not have money for a costume for Halloween, but your DIY allowed us to get dressed and trick or treat, and we felt like we fit in with everybody else." And that just like, wow, that made me keep going. Like, my content is impactful for people. And then lastly is legacy. I mean, besides legacy is wealth, because when I think of putting out content, I see it once again as an asset, and I'm able to generate income from it, and also not only change my life, but those around me. And so once again, when I was very clear on what it is that I wanted to do, I had to think about what my main goals were and how I can get there. And one thing I noticed is, I wouldn't say necessarily changing your circles, but being mindful of who is in your circle, right? Because when I was hanging out with different people, like going to events and networking, those conversations changed my entire mind. Like, I'm just like, it'll be like a event for creators and they'd be like, "Yeah, today was a slow day. I just made 10 grand today." I'm like, 10 grand? I barely make that in a year. I was like, how are you doing it? This is the how, right? Because when you're around people that's not making that money, they don't got no answers for you. And this is why we got to be willing to meet new people, get in uncomfortable situations, and try out new things. And once I'd done that, I started to learn from my peers. And then I started to implement some of the things I learned into my own content strategy. And that changed everything for me.
Yes, yes, yes. And you also right now have an amazing challenge that's going on. So tell us a little bit about the challenge, because you're not only a person that walk the walk, you talk the talk, you do it all, right? But one thing that's so endearing about you that I see from the outside looking in is your ability to pay it forward. You never forget. So you have this amazing challenge that's going on. And what made you decide to start this particular challenge?
Yeah, so I am from California, Los Angeles, and it's tons of creators. It's kind of normal to kind of walk around with a camera and talk to it, even when you're not around anybody. But I'm also mindful that everybody don't have access to the spaces, because we have the YouTube buildings and the TikTok, all of that is in California, right? And so one thing that I heard from a lot of creators is they don't have other content creators in their areas. And so it makes it hard and also kind of depressing when you don't have somebody to really talk talk about the process of being a creator and kind of bouncing ideas off of each other. And so I wanted to create a challenge that was something to keep people consistent when it came to social media, but also creating a community where you have other people that can hold you accountable. And so we're doing this 30-day challenge for YouTube where we post for 30 days straight, at least one piece of content. And then every week we do these meetups where we kind of discuss some tips and strategies, and everybody is seeing crazy growth by doing this. And so it's people from all over the world and not just in California, but they're able to connect with people from California. So I just really love this entire challenge. And we end on November 1st, but some people are going to, continue to do it after.
Yes, and one thing that I particularly like is because right now YouTube is doing some things that's allowing small content creators content to get out.
Yeah.
Along with they're putting special attention to YouTube Shorts, and so I think it's ingenious that you are actually focusing on something that that YouTube in the now is actually focusing on, and it's amazing. My husband actually is one of in your class as well. So I highly recommend it. He had no idea that he would love to do shorts, but now he's like, I love shorts. I love shorts. So you just never know when you push, like you said, push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You just never know what experience you're going to have, what opportunities it can open for you, and then unlocking a passion that you didn't even know that you had. Or skill. And so when I see these shorts, and I mean, I watch a lot of shorts and didn't even think about how powerful shorts are, but I mean, we see them all the time.
All the time.
And a lot of people, they're making good money doing these shorts.
And it's exactly what it is. It's short, so it doesn't take up too much of your time at
Yeah.
all.
No, it doesn't. And it can be fun, it can be educational, it can be
Mm-hmm.
something to draw them into whatever your opportunity is. So I really, really like the fact that you are focusing on something that is currently trending, so that we can benefit from the current opportunities, because we know that YouTube and these platforms are forever changing. You
Yeah,
can go
no.
to bed one night, wake up, and it's a whole new something else. As content creators, we have to adjust and
Yes.
figure it out as we go. And so I have seen that you speak at different creator events and different stuff, sharing your expertise on content creation. And I'm very, very impressed on what you are doing, for the fact that it's a lot of content creators, but there is not too many content creators that are taking it to the level, building a community off of the social media, a community
Right.
in real life, because been closed in for so long. And now you putting people back into one-on-one, where we working on all of these different skills together and building community outside of, I would like to say, these social media streets. So I love it. What you doing, because we can get comfortable over here.
Okay.
So tell us about your courses, because you have some courses as well that individuals can take. So tell us a little bit about your courses, what they entail, or basically what ones can expect from taking one of your courses.
Yeah, so we have our academy. People do have the option to just do one course, but I always advise people to check out our academy because we have so much resources there. And so we cover every single social media platform, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and more. Every single platform allows you to monetize. So we're educating you on how to use it for the best, and also how to monetize and make money. We also have other resources in regards to grants, because a lot of creators, they use these platforms but don't know that there's grants that they could apply for just by being a content creator. Facebook does it. YouTube just wrapped up their grant. They're going to be announcing people later this month. And so I share this information in my newsletter. And then we also have grants for business owners. So if you have an LLC and you happen to be a content creator, you can find that information as well. So there's just like a ton of resources, free tools for content creation. And because I'm so tapped in with a lot of people in the industry, like TikTok and stuff, they allow my members to have access to free things that could save them thousands of dollars. And so it's just a really great to not only have access to the stuff I provide, but also access to our community for people that could really push you to be better every day. So that's a little bit about what we offer.
Okay, so that is your academy.
Yes.
That is your academy, where you get the newsletter, everything like that,
Yeah, and the courses included.
and the courses. So the academy comes with the courses, and then the newsletter and the community.
Yes.
Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. And the fact that you're doing all the major platforms, oh my. I mean, that alone is like, wow, because usually how it goes, you know, a person will have maybe one or two places that they can like teach you on, and then you
Right.
have to go to someone else to get the other things, because
Right.
everyone just don't know everything. But the fact that you have all of it in one spot, along with your network of individuals, so oh my.
Yeah,
Okay.
we cover every
Check
platform.
that
And I think what's amazing is, social media is free. There's no charge for you to show up and you're able to make money from it. But once you understand the process of creating a successful account that's generating income and building that following, they're not capping you on how much money you can make. So if you have the bandwidth to be on every single platform like then by all means rack it up. You know what I mean? But if you can't, I would say stick with one or two and kind of just build from there. But like I said, you can make as many pages as you want and monetize and make as much money as you want. And they're not capping on anything.
Wow. And I just read something about Pinterest and actually went on Pinterest. They actually opened up a video side. So I'm like, wait a minute. Pinterest is shifting. So you know your girl, I uploaded something. I don't know how much it's gonna get. I opened me up a Pinterest account because I said, let me get in on the wave.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing over there, but I'm there. Wow. And so all of these places is doing so much. So the gist of this is, people, you need to get into our academy. Like I myself, I'll be one of your students, your little pupils, because I don't know everything. And someone who knows it, my thing is this: why try to figure it out when somebody else already know? Why waste your time? I mean, sure, people like, I can Google it. Yeah, but it's only going to give you but so much information.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's going to work for you because it's really generalized. It's not customized.
Right.
And why get yourself frustrated and aggravated when someone has already created all the stuff and the only thing you have to do is invest in the platform or opportunity and they have it all there. You don't have to search all around all social media to find that one video here, that one video there that you understand. I'm like, listen, people, that don't make sense.
It does not. But we do have some free courses available. So we do have a Pinterest masterclass. There's no cost for you guys to join it and view the content there so you can understand how to utilize Pinterest. We also have a free intellectual property masterclass. So if you're not familiar with copyrights, patents, and trademarks, I would advise people to look into that as well. Especially because we're putting out content on somebody else's digital real estate like Facebook and all these other platforms. So you want to understand how you can protect your digital assets, right? And then we have a lot of other stuff that we provide for free. If your money is, you're not ready just yet to invest, you can see what we offer for free and decide what you want to do from there. But there's just tons of things. And we do have a lot of social proof. So it's one thing for us to teach it, right? I've seen a lot of people say, hey, I'm a millionaire. Let me teach you how to be a millionaire. Well, can I see the $1 million, please? You know what I mean? We have to start doing our due diligence on people because it's easier said than done. And so when we're doing our courses, we're also showing you guys our own analytics and from other creators that are in our membership, because some people just don't understand that you can really make 6 to 7 figures even if you don't have a lot of followers. It's doable. I'm showing you the proof.
Oh, wow. Love it, love it, love it. Like the young people say, you had the receipts. So they can go to creatorlife.com.
Taxes.
Yes. Yeah. Who yes. Everybody get excited about January. I'd be like, well, so if they can find this at creatorlife.com.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to pop this up on the screen. For those of you who are watching, that is creatorlife.com. For those of you who are listening, that is Creator Life. That's CreatorLyfe. Life is spelled LYFE.com, you guys. So make sure to tap into the resources that are available to you. And she made it super duper easy for you to be able to connect no matter what your current budget is. So we realize that everyone don't have extra funds to invest right off the bat, especially when you don't really know what's going on. Exactly. So the fact that she's making free quality content available for you to give it a test drive to see if it's right for you and be able to get some value out of it. That's amazing, because IP by itself, intellectual property, that's knowledge that everybody needs to know. And she's making that available. So go over to her website, take advantage of the free stuff. But also, once you take that, I would tell anyone to, if you can see where you can make some adjustments, get the course, get the courses, or I would say the academy, because it sounds like you get more bang for your buck with the academy than just buying individual courses. So I would say get the academy so you can have all the buffet. The whole buffet and not just an entree. I want the whole buffet myself.
I love it.
So you have Creator Life, and online they can follow you on IG. So where do you want them to follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, they can follow me on Instagram. It's BritXBrat2. But if you type in Dr. Fashion, you might be able to find me as well. Usually, if you just Google that up, all of my social media handles will show up online and we can connect there.
All right. So make sure you connect there and just follow her on any social media platform that you see. She gives so much value. Like I said before, I first came in contact with her content on the Wisdom app where she was sharing so much great information over there on the Wisdom app. And wherever you want to connect, some people like IG better than this place. So whatever place is comfortable to you, she's on all the social media platforms, so you can find her on all social media. Do you have any event or anything that you would like to tell our audience about that's right now or that is coming and that you want them to tap into?
Yeah. So yesterday I did have a live stream. There's a replay that is available, and I think it's important for people to watch because I share information that I never heard anybody share. So if you coming from a place where you don't have the extra funds to get like a tablet or a new iPhone or the latest gear for content creation, I shared some programs through the government that will cover those things for you. I also share some free resources for content creation tools. So if you don't have money to get like Adobe Premiere Pro, I have alternative that you can use that will give you the same quality. And so it was tons of things shared, and I think everybody should just kind of peep that out. So you can just type in my name as you see it here, and you'll find me on Facebook. Other than that, we do have some events happening at our content home, which is in Inglewood, California, near the YouTube Theaters. So if you guys are interested in that, we do have another website that we're still working on, but our tickets are available. You can go to thecontenthome.com. And that way you can kind of stay up to date on what we're doing inside of our different homes because we are located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Los Angeles, California. So that's pretty much all that we have, the main things that are coming up that I think is important to share.
Oh, wow. That is absolutely amazing. So, I want to give you your congratulations right now. I know that you actually on YouTube, you hit uh, that moment, that milestone of 100,000 subscribers, and you got that wonderful plaque.
Yes, I wish I had it with me. I only have it's like on my wall, and then I have one in front, but I have to walk to it. But it comes in a box, and it's a great feeling because you know how hard you work, and they actually care about their creators. So I wasn't able to show all of my awards because I do have like anonymous, faceless channels. That's the cool thing about creating content. You don't have to show your face; you can still make money. So I wasn't able to like display the name, but yes, that was like my fourth award from them. So it's been great.
Wow, wow, wow. You guys, she just dropped another dime. I got to rewind that. Let me stop saying that because I'm aging myself. Let's go back. The young ones were like, what she mean? Rewind.
Rewind.
Okay, let's go back a bit. I want you guys to hear, you need to make sure that you focus and pay attention. She just said that she created content, faceless content. Okay. Many people feel that you have to show your face all the time. So if you're a little apprehensive about showing your face, you can have a YouTube channel where you never show your face
Yeah.
and give beneficial information. So get in where you fit in, get in where you feel comfortable, where you can still share. Maybe one day you might be comfortable to do a face reveal. That's what my son said. Talking about, listen, after I get so many subscribers, they got to earn to see my face.
Oh my God.
They got to earn to see my face. These young people, I tell you, girl, these young people,
Oh
they
my
got to earn to
God.
see my face. And
I love it.
but other than that, they're gonna see me. They're not gonna see me. They're gonna hear me, and they're gonna
Yes.
see what I'm playing on this game.
Oh man.
Look at you. But that's the cool thing about being a content creator or even having the idea of building out a channel or whatever it is on social media. The reason for this particular interview is for you to see that this is possible. Many of you feel like, oh, I have to have this amount of followers. I can't do this. I can't. Let me tell you, you can. And many of you going live. Many of you are putting content out every single day. Do you realize your post, even if you don't ever do a video, you posting is a way for you to monetize what you do? Did you know that your followers equals data equals dollars? Your followings equal money. So if you got like 1,000 followers and that could be $1 a follower, you can make $1,000 getting rid of the right advertisers or more, depending upon what type of content you have or what your sponsor really want. And you can get a whole lot of free stuff.
That is true.
Ooh, you can get a whole lot of free stuff. So that's saving you money. You can make money, you can save money, and you can also get free gear and all kind of different things from creating content, whether it's videos, whether it's audio, whether it's posts. Okay. I need you to start thinking outside the box and figuring out how you can use what you're already doing to make you some sort of income. I don't care if it's $100. Get your $100. Okay. So Dr. Fashion has really broken down a lot of different things that she does. She was very transparent in her story and telling us what it takes in order to do this, and also shifting our mindset to know that it's a possibility that we can definitely do this, and creating a space for creators. So if you are in the Los Angeles, California, or you said Las Vegas, Nevada,
yep,
then check out her content creator home, especially if you're a content creator, because right now with all this new technology, you want to make sure you're looking right when you're out on the videos, because you want to draw in the people. So get in contact with her for that as well, and all the details that go along with being able to create in her content creators' homes. And make sure that you check out createlife.com so that you can find out about her memberships, her courses. She even have consultations available. So many of you may be looking for, you have questions, or you might want to have that one-on-one. She do have consultations available in increments of 30 minutes to a little over an hour. So depending upon what it is you want to talk about, you can gauge how much time you need based upon her schedule and availability. And go ahead and book that as soon as possible. Every content creator, every business owner that put out any type of video, you need this resource. That's what you need. I mean, you want to know something you need, this is what you need. You need what she has. That's just the bottom line. I'm not going to sugarcoat it so that you can do it right. Stop going around like a little hamster wheel.
Exactly.
So I know I'm tapping in, and my husband tapped in, and we don't tap into everybody, but we tapped into this. So I'm letting y'all know that I tapped into this myself.
I am here for it.
I know, because honey, I'm not trying to figure nothing else out if somebody else knows. Not me. I don't have the time. No, ma'am. My time is too valuable to be sitting around here trying to figure out something that you already know. No. I grew up, I matured. I used to do that back in the day, but not now. So thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for pouring into the community, and thank you for creating a safe space for creators to be able to build that $1 million brand before they make their first million. Okay, because you really have everything set up that anybody's in your content creator house already look like they $1 million. So you did the thing, girl. You did it.
Yes.
Trust me, I look. So thank you for that. You guys, you can check her out at Brits. That's BRITX, BRAT, the number 2. And you can also make sure you go to Creator Life. That's CreatorLyfe.com. For those of you who are watching, we have people listening in on the radio and podcasting. So that's why I know you can read, but they can't see this, so they need to hear it.
Yes, all good.
All right. So I want to thank you so much for coming to the show today and sharing all your information and different monetizing strategies that we can implement, and letting us know that we don't have to have an enormous large following in order to capitalize on this, like you said, this digital real estate. we definitely need to be doing that. And thank everyone from my virtual studio audience that have been viewing and tapping in and liking. And make sure if you did not see this complete episode, watch the replay, because it has so many gems to help you create the life that you deserve at the end of the day. Dr. Fashion, any closing remarks that you would like to say? There's something that we haven't said yet. You can say now. If not, we're gonna say thank you. That's it.
Well, I think my last thing is that don't wait. Start now. I think sometimes people get into their own heads, and then they also look on social media at people that are already successful. But some of those people took 10 years to get to that point. And so when you're tapped in with people like me, for instance, right? I've been doing this for 15 years. You don't have to spend the next 15 trying to figure it out when we're putting out the free resources out there for you. So take advantage of what I put out for free, as well as others in my space, and just get started. And this is for everyone. I do work with people that are over the age of 60 that are putting out videos on TikTok and YouTube, and they're monetizing, and they're active on Instagram and Facebook. So there's no age limit, right? And all I can say is keep going. Make sure you have a community of people surrounded around you that can kind of pour into you. That's why I have my Facebook groups. So if you follow me, you can be tapped in. But that is all I have to say for now. And thank you all for tuning in.
All right. Thank you so much for taking your time to come in. And also, you guys, make sure she mentioned a video that we can all take advantage of that she actually created this week. So make sure that you tap in. I'm going to do my best to get the link to the video so you guys can, those of you who are on my email list, that's why you need to put your email down. Because you get these little gems. So make sure that you can tap into that. And also any other information that you want us to put in the email, you can send it to our email, and we'll put it out to our audience through our email blast so that they can connect with you and that video, because I know it's powerful. So we can get that after the show.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys. Well, as always, we want you to stay smiling. We want you to know that you are loved, and we want you to know that the Tina Ramsay Show, yes, and podcast, we got your back. So until next time, thank you. Bye. And this has been Resources to Grow Online and Monetize. You guys, really, truly appreciate all of you. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.